I'm Phyllis. I live in my van. Hello, my tribe. Thank you for being with me here today. I just want to introduce you to a lady I met at Moon Landing. She's a very interesting lady, and she's got this interesting perspective and a business centered around it. I've become more tolerant of different kind of ideas and spirituality since I've been on the road. So I just thought I'd share this interesting experience with you. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to my channel.
Thanks, Phyllis.
Why don't you introduce yourself to my viewers?
My name is Jane Allen, and I'm the owner of I'm Crowning, and I study human design under the moniker Fifth Lunar Mansion.
So why don't you tell us about how all of that happened?
Yeah, so I started my fashion company in 2017. I'm a lifetime artist, and I was doing sculpture for many years. And I got into, I did a couple main stage shows in Portola Valley for theater costuming.
Wow, that sounds like it'd be really interesting.
It was.
Because you could probably express yourself more than you'd be able to with regular clothes with theatrical stuff.
Definitely.
It's theatrical.
And then I got into Burning Man and was doing my own personal costumes for Burning Man, and I was working on the site at this theater conservatory.
Do you have any pictures of you at Burning Man? Maybe you can send them to me.
I do. And I will.
Because I would love to see what you're wearing. So I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. I was afraid I would forget.
I would love to send you pictures. And we did a shtick this year. We built an art car. It was a Santa sleigh. My partner is a bit of a Christmas fetishist, and he was like, he's been wanting to build a Santa sleigh for years, and this year we finally did it. And throwing it back to the theater roots, I was like, I want to dress in Christmas aesthetic every day, because I think it would be hilarious. And it's so out of my realm of like even color scheme,
your natural
or interest, and so I like did a shtick for Burning Man the whole week this year.
Christmas. I've never been to Burning Man. I think it'd be too much for me.
This was my 7th year. You really gotta wanna.
Yeah. I'm afraid I don't have that last wanna. Just a little wanna.
It's a lot.
So tell us what you're working on like now.
Ooh, yeah, so these days I am doing quite a bit of human design. I love doing readings for folks.
What is human design?
Human design is a birth time modality.
I don't know what that means either.
Oh, it means that I'm reading a chart based on the time that individuals are born or the fixed time during a transit. So I pull a body graph chart with 9 centers, and there's 64 gates, and some of them in certain body graphs connect and give you like defined centers, and it's kind of it's a delineation system of who you are and who you aren't, and maybe have been conditioned to be, and how to have good energetic boundaries with the conditioning.
Self-exploration or
definitely
self-discovery.
A lot of that. Mm-hmm.
Does that help you like figure out what to do with your decision making in the future or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a unique
get out of ruts
design. My authority is one of only 2% of people who are mental projectors have my authority, and they call it a couple different things, but the most popular name for it is soundboarding authority. And so what I have to do when I make decisions is I have to bounce them off another person's aura, and then I claim them as my truth off the bounce. So you could just be a neutral prop. I don't need any input, but I have to like
bounce it off
what I'm gonna do, and then bounce it off.
I'm gonna have to think about that later. That sounds like an interesting concept.
Yeah, that's a rare one. Most people have emotional authority, and so there's no truth in the now for them. And if they're making a decision that's at all,
what does that mean? There's no truth in the now.
Well, if it's their decision that they're trying to make is at all wrapped up in their emotions, if they have emotions about it, then they have to ride this emotional wave and get on the other side of it before they can effectively make decisions.
Well, I think we're all affected by our past, and it shapes the way we see things. So I think most people are at least a little bit that way, don't you
Yeah,
think so?
most. So the other half of people that don't have emotional authority, while they are, potentially having emotions, it's more in response to things instead of running like background emotions kind of all day, like half the population does when they have a defined solar plexus. So their decision making isn't like holding hands with their like emotional process. They don't have to like wait because of their emotions.
Okay.
They can more.
I'm not sure that really sounds a lot different from people, like when you say people work with, some people are left brain or right brain, or some people are more rational or emotional. Isn't that just the same thing as that?
Yeah, probably. And it's just, we're
A
just
different way
turning
to
the
say it?
jewel. We're just turning the jewel and looking at a new series of facets on the jewel.
Just a new way to look at it?
Uh-huh.
New way to explore it?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I've been studying human design since 2020, and I recently was picked up by the Dendora Oracle Collective out of San Diego, and I am working on a book with them on the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching and the transits related to them, and I'm doing like summarization work for the 64 hexagrams and trying to help people with
A collaborative effort with them
it's
to
gonna
do
be
a
a
book.
great
Well, that
book.
sounds really interesting.
And
Well, I think it's interesting you went from creative, like typical creative fields into this. Do you think that's influenced how you got here? That
yeah, I don't know.
creativity?
I think that it's very complementary, because I am doing so much like manual labor for my fashion company. So to have another hobby and source of income that's more so just working out the brain is
You're
really
working your body
nice.
and your brain now.
Really
with
nice.
different pursuits.
Yeah, and then I can vend the fashion and set up for taking clients for human design simultaneously.
Do you have a website where people could go?
Yeah,
to
I
see
do.
your-
I'mCrowning.com will take you to my Etsy store where I keep my stale merchandise.
Your what?
My stale merchandise.
Your stale merchandise. Don't say it like that.
I
I'm
know.
sure it's all
No,
wonderful and beautiful.
it is wonderful and beautiful. Most of my offerings are in-person offerings, and I travel around to festivals and do my festival selling. And then I'm gonna go to India, and I'm gonna source some new materials in India. I've been doing.
How exciting!
I'm so excited. I've never been to India before. I've been working with another company owned by some friends of mine for years called Indiella, and they make clothing out of upcycled silk saris, and they do lifestyle wears and like tufted
Wonderful.
pillows.
See all the colors and everything, the fabrics. It'll be wonderful. How would someone find you if they were interested in doing the human work?
Design reading. You can reach out to me on Instagram. She's Crowning is my fashion site. You can reach me there, or my personal is Jane C. Allen. And I do have a Fifth Lunar Mansion human design.
That was enough. I mean, they'll find you.
But if you want me, you can find me. I am available.
These smart young people will be able to find you. Is there anything else you want to say to my viewers? Anything about moon landing?
Moon landing was awesome.
I met this cool chick at moon landing.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you,
I really
Phyllis.
appreciate it. I'm sure my viewers they always enjoy meeting different kind of people that I meet on the road and hearing new concepts about looking at life a different way, or looking at yourself a different way, spirituality a different way. So I appreciate you spending the time with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.